This is one of my best bits of gear. It's one of the bits of gear that I just won't leave the house without. It's a Crazy Creek Hex 2.0 chair, and I have to say it's probably one of the best camping chairs that you can buy. I didn't want a camping chair. I certainly didn't want to carry a camping chair, but it was the case of needing one because my back is banjaxed. It's got a low weight and it's got a low pack size. It only weighs 590 grams, which is actually pretty good. It's held together with this little strap with a nice little clip, and it just falls out, and that's it. That is all you get. That's all you need. It's got a 210D ripstop nylon on the outer fabric, and the fabric on the inner is a 70D ripstop nylon. It's got carbon fibre stays in the back and the base, just to give some rigidity and add to the back support. It's got some really solid buckles on the side. Now these straps are adjustable so that you can get nice and comfortable for yourself. There's a little loop up here so you can hang it off your bag or put a carabiner through it so it doesn't fall off the outside of your bag. All of the fabrics feel really robust. It has some added reinforcement just down here on the corner points on the ends of these straps. It was starting to ravel a bit, so I just got a lighter and cinched off the ends just to stop that from happening. But apart from that, I've had no issues with it whatsoever. It's absolutely brilliant. It's got an 8mm closed cell foam which insulates you from the ground. As you can see, it's nice and easy to pack away, and once it's wrapped up, it's nice and tidy. It's a versatile little piece of gear because you can use it as a chair on the ground. You can also pop it up onto a tree stump and have it as a raised chair, or you can put it on a picnic bench that has no back on it and it'll give you some back support. You know, it does have a few variations of where you can use it as a chair. Because it has no legs, you can use it inside your tent, which is absolutely fantastic, especially if you're going to be tent bound for hours on end. It does add to the comfort inside the tent. But it can also be used as a kneeling pad, which I use it all the time when I'm setting up my tent or I'm doing a bit of cooking and that. I just want to throw my knee down on the ground. I'll just pop this down and it's really handy. You can also open up the buckles on each side and that'll extend it out so that you can use it as a sleep pad in an emergency. Say if your sleep mat deflates in the night, you can use this to get you through the night. And you can pop this underneath your sleep pad to give it a bit of protection from any sharp objects that might be on the floor underneath. So it does work in a few different ways. Before I go any further, I'm going to pop this underneath me because at the moment I'm using one of these and all it's doing is keeping my arse dry. It's doing nothing for my back. I was very skeptical about buying this chair. I wasn't sure it was going to give me any back support or be comfortable to sit in or perform as well as other chairs out there, because it doesn't look like any other chair out there. And that's actually a good thing, because those other chairs that are out there are all very similar and they all have similar issues, where if you want to use those chairs in soft ground, you have to go out and buy feet, or buy the little balls, buy the little chair buddy feet, buy a little piece of fabric to go underneath the chair to stop it from sinking into the soft ground, and that's going to add to the weight of the chair. Now the other thing is, when you're sitting on that chair in cold conditions, the wind is whipping in underneath you and stealing your heat. It's just robbing you of all that heat. Because it's only a piece of fabric, your down jacket isn't going to do anything for you, because that's going to be compressed up against that fabric, and the down in your jacket is going to be compressed, so there's not going to do anything for you insulation wise. So you're going to need something like a closed cell foam pad or one of those file pads underneath you on the chair to stop that heat from being taken away from you. Whereas this chair is an 8mm closed cell foam. It's insulating you from the ground, it's insulating you on the back from the wind. Now this chair does have its drawbacks. It's not very easy to get into, it's not very easy to get out of, and the carbon fibre stays do kind of poke into your back, just kind of underneath your shoulder blades a little bit. Now I found that if you sit just slightly, very slightly off centre in it, it alleviates that problem altogether. And it only really affects you if you're wearing like a t-shirt, or if you're sitting in it for a really long time, you can kind of feel it. But you just reposition yourself very slightly and it completely relieves that issue. So I don't see that as a problem at all. I absolutely love this little chair. It does everything that I wanted to do. It only weighs about 590 grams. That's all it's ever going to weigh. I don't need any other extra little bits of gear to make it work. And if you are worried about the carbon fibre stays, there is a long back version that's slightly wider and the back of it's a lot longer. so that's going to alleviate that. It's meant to be a lot more comfortable than this chair, but it's got a bigger pack size. I'm really surprised that more people don't use this little chair, and I've been asked so many questions about it that I just had to get out and make a little video on it. I'm not affiliated with Crazy Creek, I'm not sponsored, I have no agenda. I've put enough ass hours into this chair to know a thing or two about it, and I definitely buy it again. It's absolutely brilliant. It's just a brilliant little chair. I hope you found this video useful, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.